as we come towards the end of the year and the new season, there probably will be fires in the environment. The seasons are, of course, different, and they hopefully won't be anything like they were this year. But it's really important for us to understand the nature of anxiety, because anxiety is going to be activated. And the better we can deal with that, the more constructive we can be about the experiences that come to us. When we're under threat and we know what it is, it stimulates fear, and the fear makes us respond. We see the fire, we rush out, we try to put it out. When you have threat, it's associated with uncertainty. We can't see it, I'm not sure if it's here. It's nothing we can actually do. The threat is there, we don't know where it is. And this creates the same degree of arousal and readiness to action, but there's nothing to do, so it converts into anxiety. Anxiety is the fear of what might happen, but it hasn't happened yet. When it does happen, we go into the fear of what is happening now, and we have to do something, and we do it. We react, and it's all over. Anxiety's got an element of helplessness associated with it because it's about what might happen. This disempowers us, if you like. And when we're in that heightened state of arousal, anxious state, it's very hard for us to think clearly. We have to manage our anxiety in order to keep doing things that are sensible, thought out, and predictable. We can trust ourselves when we're not anxious. When we're highly anxious, often we'll do things that just don't take everything into account and aren't very logical. There's so many stories, and I'm sure you've heard some, even done it yourself when you're very anxious. You do something and afterwards you think that was a silly thing to do. So therefore, there's a few points we can take on board about being ready to manage our fear of fire and the anxiety that goes with it. The first is name anxiety. Once I say I'm anxious, I can start to focus on my own state of mind. If I don't name it, I just say there might be a fire, there might be a fire, there might be a fire. And I'm thinking the problem's out there, and I'm going to want someone to deal with the problem that there might be a fire out there. But if that's not possible, I need to come back and say, I'm anxious about fire. What will I do about me? I need to get myself out of my anxiety so I can think about things. Now, often, if an anxious person comes to you and says, there might be a fire somewhere, and you simply say, calm down, take it easy, they get angrier. Don't you realise there might be a fire? You should do something. So what we've got to do is, first of all, understand about anxiety. It's very difficult to explain that to someone when they're in it. And so anxiety doesn't help us survive. What helps us survive is thought and planning and knowledge and decisions. And therefore, anxiety is not the reality, it's the possible reality that might happen. So that means we've got to think, where does the anxiety come from? It comes from our fear of last season. What happened to us last time? The danger, the threat, maybe what went wrong. And the important thing we have to do is to be very quick to convert that from passive and helpless, all sorts of things went wrong and we made mistakes, into active and able to follow through with plans and tasks. What have we learned? What did we do wrong last time and we would do differently this time? What did we not comprehend? It's very common when people go through their first major fire, they say, I have no comprehension of what a fire would be like. And so It's a tremendous empowering possibility that we have this experience. We are more experienced. That's what we bring up against our anxiety. We've had a bad experience last fire, and we know how bad they can be. On the other hand, we're more experienced and we've got more knowledge. So this is what we have to underpin our planning and preparation. They are the basis for our confidence. And confidence is the antidote to anxiety, because anxiety is the fear of what might happen that's bad. Confidence is the confidence that if something happens, we'll be able to deal with it. And if we really spend some time going back over our past actions and the way the fire came, and we think about what else could happen, how could it come differently, how would we plan better, what decisions might we make, when would we evacuate, and then really call out the anxiety and use that as something that can help us be more prepared.